Okay, now we're in side control. Obviously, side control is definitely better position-wise than the guard. I'm no longer in danger of submissions. He really can't hit me at all. He can throw some garbage at me, but it's nothing too damaging. The best part of side control, almost better than all the other positions we're going to learn today, is it's very hard to get swept. We're actually in almost like a T position. When you're in that T position, it's very hard for him to roll you over, so it's a very safe position. The one problem with side control is you're a little too tight for effective striking. We'll go over that later, but it's definitely one of the safest, most stable positions in jiu-jitsu and in MMA. So we pass guard, or maybe we took the guy down into side control. Very simple position, but a lot of details we need to work. Let's turn just a little bit. First thing, my arms. Before we even think about the legs yet, we actually talked about this a little bit in the guard passing part. I want a underhook on his far side arm. If I have this underhook, I have him controlled pretty well. All right. Now the basic start position is, we call it head and arm. I've got under the arm, and I'm under the head with the other arm, and I'm going to clasp my hands near his shoulder. Now, my shoulder right here is going to drive into his face. Very uncomfortable for him. I'm going to put a lot of pressure in. Very hard for him to turn into me because he's going to be turning right into my shoulder. Where the head goes, the body goes. So if I drive his head this way, he's not going to be turning into me that well. You know, the more pressure, the better it is. Now today, as I'm doing this, I'm not going to just keep driving my shoulder in him all day, but remember, that's one of the most important parts of side control is that shoulder right in his chin. All right, so underhook on the far side, shoulder into his neck, and I'm controlling. Now, my head's not up. I'm normally nice and controlled deep in there. So my head's up. He can maybe push my head away and get a leg over the front of it or something bad like that. So I want to stay nice and tight, controlled. So that's my arm position. All right, now my leg position. On this side of his body, I need to keep my legs nice and tight. What I want to do is bring one leg up nice and close, maybe even a little bit under his hip, and the other one nice and close to his shoulder under his arm. So I'll show you this side first. I'm going to bring my knee nice and tight, maybe even slightly behind his butt here, nice and tight. All right. Also, this side, as we can see over here, I want to get under his arm. So if he's nice and tight, I'm going to actually pick up his arm, bring my leg under it. Now we have a nice side control. All right. So let's turn a little bit. This is a very nice tight side control. Now, if I'm not very flexible, I might even drop my right leg back a little bit to get a little lower. Now, as you can see, up here, my butt's up a little high. I'll drop my right leg. Now I'm chest to chest, shoulder into his face, a lot tighter control. And as you can see, we're in a nice T position. He can't roll me. He can't submit me. He can't do anything to me. He's got no power on the strikes. Very good position for me to control. Now, from here, I'm going to do two alternative side control positions. They're called scarf and reverse scarf. So, as I'm here and I'm controlling, maybe he's like a little, maybe he's really fresh. He's exploding. I don't like the way he's moving. So I'm going to go even to a better control position we call scarf. What I'm going to do here, I still got that underhook on the far side. Need to keep that the whole time. I'm going to pick up this arm, pick up that leg, and shoot my bottom leg through. Now this is called a scarf position. All right? It's almost like I'm sitting on my side, sitting on my hip. This leg here needs to be back here. He can drive into me a little bit, but I'm just going to use that to drive back in. My rib cage is almost on his rib cage, driving in, very good control. Keeping my head down. This, in my opinion, is the most stable position in grappling. Very little he can do down there to me. This is where I'll go if he's really squirming around. Maybe I just took him down. It's early in the fight. I want to tire him out a little bit. Now notice, this arm, before I even sit down, I hold it up so when I shoot my leg under, it's underneath it. All right? Holding here, holding that underhook. Best position in jiu-jitsu just for stability. All right? Can't do much from here submission-wise or even transition-wise, but I can hold this guy for hours. If I just want to be boring and sit down here, it's very hard for him to move. All right, so good time to come here is when you're, like I said, you just passed the guard. He's really trying to buck you off. Sit out to here, and I'm just going to stay on my toes. I might even pick my butt up a little bit, driving all my weight into him. This will tire him out. This will hold him down. He's not going anywhere in the scarf. Now, let's rotate this way a little bit. Now we'll do reverse scarf. This is where I'll go when I want to get a little more offensive in side control. So we have our nice head and arm here. This time, I'm going to actually come under switch. So I'm going to come under the arm with the other arm. So naturally, my lower arm is under. I'm going to switch this arm under. Do the same thing with my legs. Pick up my right leg. Go flat a little bit here. Pick up my right leg and shoot my other leg out. Now, watch. I'm going to back up a little bit. Now this is called reverse scarf. Notice, he can't see anything, which is nice. If in the ground and pound, I can do a little punching. I'm not going to hurt him bad here, but he can't see where it's coming. So if he's trying to block my legs or something, he can't see where I'm going to hit. I can punch him in the leg. I can punch him in the stomach, just to bug him a little bit. This reverse scarf, now notice, I'm under the arm. What you'll notice back here, let's turn a little bit, as I sat back, watch his arm right here, I'm going to back it up, put it right next to his head. All right, very nice control. Reverse scarf. So you can see me, this is a nice little drill for a lot of people. It's just, I'm just going to pick up one leg, shoot it out. This is one side and the other side. We do this little drill, little sit-out drill all the time as a warm-up. So when I'm in side control, I can kind of go through the different positions. Regular side control, pick it up, shoot through, scarf, switch it back, control a little bit, and switch, and switch. Now notice, back it up. So I can keep transitioning back and forth depending on what I want to do. And we're going to show different moves from different positions. So, regular side control, scarf, and reverse scarf. Very important, be able to transition without making any mistakes.